If you feel like being fat is your faith and that you could never lose the fat, you feel like being lean is just some privilege that other people get to enjoy but not you. If you put on your favorite pair of pants and then your love handles spill out and make you hate your life, then this is the video for you. If you look at the picture on the left, I was 16 years old, literally morbidly obese. I was probably fatter than you ever was or ever could be, alright? I was the king of this shit, and I get bullied by all the kids in school. Clothes did not fit me. I couldn't even find clothes, to be honest. I couldn't even walk. I remember just walking and then my legs would be in so much pain and I'd fall to the ground. Think of how embarrassing that is. And if you look at the video here, I mean, I am pretty lean. My body fat is probably somewhere near the lower teens, and look at how confident I look. I'm proud of myself, and clothes did actually fit me, and I had a great tan, so all amazing stuff. Since then, my body has changed a bit more and I've gotten more jacked, but that's just for another video. If you want to go from fat to lean, this is going to be the video for you. Before we get into all of this stuff, we need to just talk about one limiting belief that you might have right now, that I had, that probably everyone that carries around a bit of weight has, and that is being fat is genetic. This is a limiting belief, so easy to have. It's like a disease that is killing your potential of what you can be right now. A disease that I'm gonna heal you from, because being fat is not really genetic. Whenever you lift your shirt up in the mirror, you probably think that you were destined to be fat. And you look at all those skinny people just being happy and stuff, going about their lives. You know, they don't know the pain you go through, man. I do, and you do. You scroll on social media, you see all these attractive, fit people, and there you are, like the fat fuck you are. Even now, man, I'm kind of bullying you. The world just does not give you slack, does it? And this is just such an easy belief to buy into. Now, what I could do if I was an idiot would just scream and yell at you like those Instagram idiots and be like, oh, put the fork down, you don't want it enough, man, you're not disciplined. That just doesn't help anyone. It's useless. So let's approach this like grown-up smart adults and look at this situation rationally. And I'm gonna give you some facts about why being fat is not your fault. And I could give you some science, but let me just give you an anecdote. You would not be fat 100 years ago. I don't care what kind of genetics you have, whatever, you just would not be fat 100 years ago. Let's even do a thought experiment, okay? I want you to imagine with me. Close your eyes, or don't close your eyes. I mean, if you think I'm a pretty good looking guy, then stare at my face. Or maybe I'll put some graphics up on the screen, like an animation thing. So let's say that was an evil supervillain and he made you like a healthy, low body fat and was like, hey, I'm gonna send you 100 years into the past, and if you want to save the world, you need to get fat or obese. Like a supervillain, I don't know why he's doing it. He's like, you're gonna get fat or we're gonna destroy the world. And he sent you 100 years ago into the past. Kind of weird, but what could you even eat to get fat 100 years ago? Bread and potatoes? What the fuck? Do you even have any idea how many potatoes you would need to eat to hit 2,000 calories? 15 potatoes. Who the fuck is gonna eat 15 potatoes in a day? It would be a whole mission, a chore to get fat 100 years ago. But now let's think about our modern food environment that we live in today. The same supervillain was like, okay, you're healthy body fat, your mission now is just to not get fat. Like, you would kind of struggle to not get fat with the modern food environment. Do you understand how much this stuff has changed? 100 years ago, let's say you were hungry and you just need a quick snack. You're like, oh, I'm hungry, just let me eat something. You probably get an apple of a tree or something. But now, because of our modern food environment, what you would get is you go to a store, you open up Uber Eats, get a whole meal or like a chocolate bar or something, which has a lot more calories than a simple apple, meaning that it will fatten you up. The quick and easy food now will fatten you up. You haven't changed, right? You get the apple happily 100 years ago, but now you go for the chocolate bar or the Uber Eats. So I really need you to understand that you would not be fat 100 years ago. But now our world is bombarded by food ads, cultural events, holidays designed to get you to eat. And usually the food that we socially eat isn't anything healthy. And unless your friends are bodybuilders and you eat chicken and rice together, you're probably eating junk food together. Imagine you go to like a university party or whatever, you go to your friend's dorm room and they're like, yo bro, wanna puff with us, and then they're eating like kale salad and fucking what's a healthy food? Kale salad and yogurt? No, they're just gonna be eating crisps and whatever the hell. You get what I mean, right? Social stuff. You're gonna eat unhealthy. Oh, you want to go to Mackey's? Yeah, sure. You're gonna do that kind of stuff. You're not gonna be like, oh, let's eat chicken and rice. Oh, what are the macros good? No, no one does that. So you just need you to realize that being fat is literally the default option in our food environment. The average person is overweight, and it's like the people haven't changed. The average person 100 years ago wasn't overweight, they were a healthy weight. So you're not at fault. Literally 90% of the food out there is designed to get you to eat more, because that is how the food industry makes money, by being the most desirable food out there. If the food is more tasty, it will make more money. That's just how businesses work. And the thing with food is that they can put in chemicals that make it so tasty that it literally will blow your mind. It'll just do like an overdrive thing on your brain. The food that you eat can give you the same sense as, like, imagine being on crack while getting 2 blowjobs while other stuff is just it blow your mind, right? A man isn't designed to get that much pleasure. And even one time I remember going on full junkie mode when I was craving some McDonald's, even a couple of months ago, when I was at a low point and my pupils were dilated. I was breathing heavy like a crackhead. I was like, I gotta get some Mackies. I was like looking for another McHit, and I could probably go on for about a full hour of why our food environment is to blame for us to getting fat. Maybe I'll do that for another video. Let's just keep it at this for this video, and I want you to take away these things. It's not your fault that you are fat, and you would not be fat 100 years ago. Okay, so you're not at fault. I know, shocking. I'm the first probably fat loss guy that doesn't call you a loser and a fatty and a fucking undisciplined pig, because you're not. You're just a normal person who was born in the 21st century who, well, had a taste of pizza. I was like, this is good. Like, shit happens. Now that you know that being fat is not your fault, you need to realize that it still is your responsibility. Being fat is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And I could tell you about how being fat is unhealthy and you will die earlier, blah blah blah. But that's like telling a smoker that he's gonna get lung cancer. Completely useless. But let's talk about the emotional pain that being fat has given you. You don't go out as much as you'd like. Not because you don't want to, you just don't have the confidence. It's just not there. You don't feel comfortable in your own skin, man. How fucked up is that? You get one life to live and you're spending it dreading your days. Your body feels like a jail, you're trying to hide yourself in baggy shirts or stretchy pants. And the extra pounds are just weighing down your body, it's weighing down your spirit. The extra pounds are holding you hostage. The you that is full of energy, the you that's confident and ready to take on the world. The fat is literally hiding that person from you and the world. And deep down, you know that. And I know life happens, stress happens. Oh, it was a birthday, I had to eat cake, blah blah blah. But fucking hell, man, it is your responsibility to change your situation. No one else is gonna do it for you, no one else. And it is a disservice to yourself to stay fat, because you're not even you. You're this half man, half dead thing with the fat that you are carrying. And with every pound you shed, you will be getting rid of frustration, getting rid of self-doubt. Every kilo you lose will be more confidence gain, more love for your life. So let's even stop saying lose, lose, lose. Let's focus on what you're gonna win. Okay? And what are you gonna win, man? Everything. Every fucking thing. You're gonna win your life back. Your confidence, your spirit. You're gonna finally learn how to love life. And I know this from myself. When the fucking fat goes away, you're a whole new person. And you socialize more, you make more friends. And it's not even like people are more attracted to me kind of thing. It's just like, oh, I feel free. You kind of free yourself from the shackles of fat. And I think when we finally put it like that, choosing to lose the fat is an easy decision, because I'd rather choose a good life over a miserable one with chips and cookies in it. Wouldn't you? So being fat is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to take care of. And if you've been listening to this video until this far, that means that you want to do this. You are in it to win it, and you're interested in being lean. So you're one of the driven, ambitious people that actually can lose fat, because, well, you're seeking out information, you're learning stuff, and I'm going to teach you exactly how you can lose fat. So this is how you lose the fat, okay? Listen closely because I'm going to teach you some things that no fitness YouTuber will. If you are struggling with addiction to food, if you are struggling with overeating, and even though you hate it and you want to put the food down, you can't, this is exactly how you can start losing fat and beat your food addiction. I mean, I felt my proudest when I was like 2 months free of McDonald's. I need you to realize I was addicted to McDonald's for my whole life probably. I haven't gone without McDonald's in like every week. I'd probably get McDonald's twice for the least, and now I'm like more than 2 months free of McDonald's, and I feel so proud. I feel more proud that when I graduated university. So I want the same to happen to you with your own food addiction. And I'm gonna tell you literally how you can lose fat without counting calories or weighing anything or even getting a gym membership. And this sounds too good to be true, right? Now, the gym membership, the calories, the cardio stuff, that's all good and amazing, right? But you need to start from step 0. And now you want to be like, oh, step 0, but I want to go hard, man, blah, 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 blah. And your ego, you must silence it first. Your ego might be telling you, oh, that's too easy, you're a pussy or something, and you just want to do something hard and extreme, man. Finally get rid of fat. I'm gonna be like David Goggins. I'm gonna run every day, and I'm just gonna eat carrots every day. Just, come on, man. Let's start from something that you can definitely do and get your results first. Because losing fat is like a video game, and you can't just be like a level 0 noob and try to kill the dragon. First, we just do the tutorial, and then we get you level up, and then the enemies will scale as you get better, as our fat loss skills get better, okay? So this is level 0, how to lose fat, the easiest way and the most guaranteed way. And I'm pretty sure 99% of the people, literally actually 100% of the people, if you do these things, fat loss, there's no way you can fail, right? So this is how you lose fat, guaranteed. So if you're not losing fat right now, you're in these two camps. You're either maintaining your weight or you're just gaining fat, which kind of sucks, doesn't it? But this is how we fix it. A lot of people make this mistake of eating less to lose fat. But eating less will not work if you are currently addicted to junk food. Because the junk food will win the hunger battle all the time. It's a battle that you can't win, okay? It's like finding a nuke with a crossbow. It's like, yeah, I mean, even if you do your best and aim the best, it's a fucking nuke. What are you gonna do? You lost. There's nothing you can do. And it makes sense, right? Everyone says, eat less, move more. So if you just eat less junk food and move more, you'll lose fat. Makes sense, right? But what even replace the junk food with? So here is how you start losing the fat. I've been teasing it for too long. You just start eating healthy food. That's it. You can still have the junk. You can still have as much food as you would like, but you must increase the healthy foods that you have. And a good motto to have when you're in a grocery store is just choose the harder option. Just this thing in my mind, I'm gonna repeat it. Choose the harder option. Will push you to make a lot better choices. And sometimes it just won't make sense. You might be able to justify it, but if you're like, choose the harder option, trust me, it'll be better in the long run. Let's say your meal plan is like 2 pizzas for lunch, ice cream stack, and then a whole McDonald's meal, which was literally my meal plan this last summer. So just make one small change, that's it. Replace the ice cream with a low calorie option, and that's it, success. You don't have to cut it all overnight, just make one small change. Replace the ice cream with a low calorie option, and that's it. You will be successful. That is success. You will lose fat. So literally swap out the Ben & Jerry's for a low calorie alternative that tastes the same, like the Oppo ones or whatever. And that is success. Just by doing that, you will lose fat. And you might not believe me, man, but let's do some calculations, okay? Let's say you are maintaining your weight with this diet and you ate 100 grams of Ben & Jerry's every day, so that's gonna be around 310 calories. Now, the low calorie alternative is half of that, around 140 calories. Considering you are maintaining your weight on this, just by doing this swap, you will lose 1 pound of fat in 21 days. That is 3 weeks. It's not a lot, but that's it. You literally don't change anything. You just swap out the Ben & Jerry's for some ice cream and you lost fat effortlessly. I mean, come on. Anyone, even if you're addicted to food, can replace Ben & Jerry's with a low-calorie alternative. They taste the same anyway, okay? And all you had to do to lose 1 pound of fat was do one simple food swap. Now, imagine if you did more of these food swaps, okay? Maybe instead of ordering pizza, You cook one yourself at home. You can even keep the McDonald's for dinner if you want and still lose the fat, because now you've added some healthy habits into the mix. You can swap out the orange juice or the Slurpee or whatever the hell you're having for a 0-calorie alternative, or just water, man. Water is fine. Water is good. What you need to do right now is just to increase the amount of healthy, filling food you eat, and that will make you successful and you will be losing the fat. Guaranteed. There's no 100,000 billion push-ups, runs you need to do. Just healthy food. And healthy food will fill you up more. And what is it filling up? Filling up the space in your stomach so that less junk will be able to get in. It's as simple as that. And honestly, we all know what kind of foods we should be eating. Lean proteins, veggies, fruits, whole grains. But if you're curious, just try experimenting. As long as it is a step down from junk food, it is good. It is success, it's a win, and you will lose fat. As I said, you don't have to go on all these runs, you don't have to spend hours on a treadmill or be exercising in the gym like a pro bodybuilder. This is all you need to do right now. Make the harder choice, go for healthier, lower calorie alternatives, and you might be curious on which foods to have. I'm gonna explain them right now. And I searched for food swaps on YouTube and it is terrible, man. This guy was literally suggesting swapping out crisps for some cucumber. I mean, come on, man. Who the fuck is gonna eat cucumber instead of chips, crisps, whatever? So this is how you start eating more healthy. I hope you kind of feel like good, because fucking hell, man, you're about to lose so much fat. So I want to share with you the food matrix that I've kind of invented myself, that I've done. And there are 4 kinds of foods in my food matrix. And your goal should be to drastically descend down the food matrix step by step. It takes around 8 weeks for your food buds to adjust. So the change, it's going to be slow in your mental change, but change will be there both in your body and your mind. And when you do this, which I know you can, fat loss will be guaranteed. Guaranteed, period. So when I was struggling with my food addiction, I was doing some inner work on my food related trauma and reading books about obesity. And that's when I discovered this. And I realized that there are 4 kinds of food based on their palatability. Palatability means how tasty some food is. It's just like a more technical term. So we got 4 levels, and let me explain each of them in my food matrix. Alright, this is Tuna's food matrix. Level 4. So this is the most tastiest food you can have on earth. Just tastes amazing, okay? This group is gonna be your McDonald's, your pizza, your Snickers bars, whatever. Just the tastiest foods that you can imagine. That's gonna be your level 4. This is the unhealthiest and the tastiest food you can have. You can pretty much have unlimited amounts of these and still never fully feel satisfied, which is terrible if you're trying to lose fat or be healthy. Then we got level 3, okay? This is still kind of sugary and tasty, but it is a step down. So this is just a bit healthier. It's gonna be your store-bought sandwiches, your granola bars, packaged wraps or burritos, frozen pizzas or what have you. These are still tasty, but it's not exactly like tier 4 where we are like McDouble Crispies or whatever, okay? So tier 3 will still be tasty and you'll want to eat more, but it's just not going to be as much as tier 4. Then we got level 2. Now this is the best level there is. It's great. This is what you should aim for 80% of your diet. If 80% of your diet is this, you won, okay? You won the food addiction battle. Congratulations. So tier 2 is just going to be food that tastes good and is really healthy. So that's just gonna be your rice, chicken, pasta, lean beef, whole wheat bread, oats, yogurt, protein powder, stuff like that, right? Now this food tastes good and it will fill you up perfectly. It's perfectly healthy and rich in both macro and micronutrients. Your body will thrive on this, okay? This is the perfect diet. It's kind of impossible to overeat on this stuff as well. Like, you're not gonna be able to overeat on chicken and rice. You probably need to eat like 2 kilos of it to overeat, or like 4 or 5 pounds, which, come on, no one's gonna eat 2 kilos of that. And then we have level 1, which this is like really healthy food. It's not really tasty, kind of sucks. No one ever craves it, and yeah, just have some of this with meals sometimes. It's just gonna be your broccoli, your carrots, your peppers, radish. Don't get me wrong, peppers with a meal taste amazing. I love peppers, but like, come on, I'm not gonna crave a pepper alone and bite into a pepper. It's just weird. If I was just starving, no food for a month, and someone was like, hey, do you want to eat a radish? I'm like, no, I'd rather, I think, starve. I don't care, right? So it's just that kind of food. That's going to be your level 1, okay? These kind of food will fill you up to the brim, but it's not really tasty. So if you've noticed, as you go down in the food matrix, the food gets a bit less tastier and a bit healthier, which is good. And it's going to help you lose fat. So what you need to aim for is just to go down the food matrix. That is it. So if you swap out a restaurant bought pizza for a frozen one, as we said, that's success, that's fat loss. You've gone down the food matrix ladder, congratulations. If you eat chicken and rice, that's amazing, that's cool, that is success for you, that's awesome, and you will lose fat, guaranteed. One thing I'd say is to be careful with how much cooking oil you use and how many nuts you eat, because you can kind of overeat them, but other than that, you're gonna lose fat, guaranteed. So if you're struggling with some kind of food addiction right now, as I said, all you need to do is go down the food matrix from tier 4 to tier 3. And I'll probably put a graphic up on the screen right now, so just screenshot that and look at it so you have an idea. And going down a food matrix in your choices doesn't mean depriving yourself or completely just giving up the foods that you like right now, because just what you need to do is just make small steps that you can manage. Again, swap out to level 4 for something in level 3 or 2. You were gonna have some shit food, junk, I don't know, Wendy's, whatever. You just be like, you know what, chicken and rice. Congratulations. You're still gonna fill up, you're still gonna feel good, right? Congratulations that you've achieved fat loss, good job. And over time, these tiny changes is gonna give you confidence in your ability to diet and lose fat. It's gonna actually make you lose fat. You know, rewire your brain so now you're just gonna be less addicted to that junk. And just small changes for now, man. Start at level 0. When you get confidence, you can get into the calorie count and all that stuff. But let's just get you out of the crackhead mindset with food. Just focus on leveling up and making better food choices. Remember, make the harder choice. You don't have to be perfect, man. Again, you can still have the McDonald's for dinner at this stage, okay? You can still have it. You'll still lose fat. That's okay. Over time, you're trying to just get more to eating more of level 2 food, and that's just gonna unfuck your taste buds because they've been fucked by all this tasty food. You know, you change your cravings and get this new lifestyle that you can maintain for life, man. And good thing with this is, let's say you do a diet and the diet ends. If you never did this kind of stuff, you would literally just go back to whatever you were eating before, right? And that's just gonna be, you're gonna get fat again because you were eating level 4 before. That's why people get fat, the level 4 food, right? But now you kind of set up a cool diet and go like, oh, I'm just gonna eat some level 2 stuff, and then level 3 maybe, and then yeah, maybe I'll eat level 4 once every week, once every 4 days. Cool, amazing, right? You do a diet, you don't get the fat back. You're not going to be a statistic where you're going to be, 80% of people in weight loss, they gain fat back. But that study is bullshit, by the way, but you know, you're not going to be a statistic now. So here's an actionable step. What I want you to do right now, just pick one spot from the food matrix, just one. Maybe swapping chips for popcorn, regular soda for diet one, ordering a smaller portion of your takeout meal, whatever, right? Maybe don't get 2 fries, just get 1. How about that? Instead of X large menu, get large. Whatever it is, man, just start there, and then next week add another, and every step down in the matrix is just going to be one step closer to the life you want. And remember, being fat is not your fault, it is your responsibility, so you owe it to yourself to make this change. I mean, come on, we've spoken about how you want to socialize more and all that stuff, alright? Not just to look good, but like, come on, man, your life is behind that fat belly of yours, okay? Now, if you watch this video until this far, sounds like you're interested in what I have to say, and I kind of approach fat loss a bit unconventionally different from other people, and it's because I actually read stuff and I know stuff, and I'm not a bro scientist, so, you know, literally no one knows anything, it's just bullshit. Anyway, I'm not gonna shit on people too much. And there's a certain subscribe button there, so I would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe, because I want to get to 100 subscribers. We're at 19 now, so let's do that. And if you would like me to personally coach you, my links will probably be in the description, and it's going to be cheap for now because, well, this is literally my first video, so I don't really have any clients. So it's going to be really cheap, cheaper than you think. It's not gonna be $2 a month, but it's not gonna be like 100, 150 yet, okay? So it's gonna be pretty affordable. So check him out if you like, and thank you for watching. And yeah.